Do you ever catch yourself daydreaming about that one place you've always wanted to visit? Maybe a sunny beach, a peaceful village in Europe, or a cruise with breathtaking ocean views. Traveling can be such a beautiful way to experience life. But after 70, it's not always as simple as packing a bag and heading out the door. Hi there! Welcome back to Health and Wisdom 365, your cozy corner on YouTube where we talk all things health, happiness, and independence after 60. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss an episode. And if you've been with us for a while, thank you for being part of this community. Your support means the world to us. Now, today's topic is one that might surprise you, or maybe even make you think twice. We're talking about why traveling after 70 can actually be risky. And I'm not saying this to discourage you, but to empower you, because knowing what to watch out for can make all the difference between a joyful getaway and a regrettable experience. Stick around until the end because the last point is something most seniors never even consider, yet it's one of the biggest reasons trips go wrong. Plus, I'll share tips along the way to help you stay safe if you do decide to travel. Ready? Let's dive in. First, health emergencies are more likely than you think. Let's be honest. Our bodies change as we get older. What used to be an easy trip can suddenly feel like climbing a mountain. Health conditions like high blood pressure, heart issues, and even dehydration can turn serious in the blink of an eye. At home, you know where the nearest hospital is, you know your doctor, you have your routine. But imagine needing urgent care in a foreign country, on a cruise ship, or in the middle of nowhere. A man named James, age 74, had this very experience. He went on a cruise thinking it would be smooth sailing, but on day 4, chest pain hit. The ship's staff helped, but he had to wait hours for an emergency evacuation. He survived, but said afterward that he hadn't realized just how risky it could be. So what can you do? Always check with your doctor before a trip. Make sure your medications are packed, with extras, and double-check that your health insurance covers you where you're going. If not, invest in solid travel insurance that includes emergency evacuation. It might feel like an extra step, but it could save your life. If you're finding this helpful so far, let me know by commenting "Still with you" below. I love seeing who sticks with us through these important topics. Second, germs, viruses, and foodborne illnesses hit harder. Here's something we don't always think about: exposure. When you travel, you're in crowded airports, busy restaurants, and public bathrooms, all full of germs your body might not be used to. Younger travelers might bounce back from a stomach bug in a day. But for us, it could lead to dehydration, hospitalization, or a long recovery. Planes especially are like germ factories, recycled air, close quarters, and people from all over the world. And trying new foods in unfamiliar places? Fun, yes, but also risky if your stomach isn't used to the spices or bacteria in local water. If you're going to travel, bring hand sanitizer, wash your hands often, and don't be shy about wearing a mask in crowded places. Drink only bottled water and stick to foods that are cooked thoroughly. A little caution goes a long way. Third, travel fatigue is real and harder to recover from. You might remember hopping on planes and jumping off to explore with energy to spare. But past 70, things change. Long flights, busy schedules, and time zone changes can leave you drained for days, or even weeks. Your sleep can get disrupted, your appetite can change, and you may find yourself struggling to keep up with your itinerary. And when you're tired, everything becomes harder. Your immune system weakens, your coordination drops, and even your mood can take a hit. Let me tell you about Richard. He's 75 and used to love exploring. But on his last overseas trip, he felt exhausted just getting off the plane. By the time he adjusted to the local time zone, the vacation was nearly over. Instead of coming back refreshed, he spent weeks recovering. So what's the lesson? Plan shorter trips, leave space for rest days, skip the jam-packed tours, take naps, drink water, and maybe choose destinations closer to home that don't require long flights. A slower pace can still be full of wonder. If you've ever felt more tired after a vacation than before you left, share a like in the comments. You're not alone. Fourth, the risk of falls and injuries is often overlooked. This one's personal for a lot of people. Falls. They're one of the biggest risks for seniors. And while we might feel steady at home, it's a whole different story in unfamiliar places. Uneven streets, slippery cruise ship decks, dimly lit staircases, they're all potential hazards. and a simple trip can turn into a broken hip or worse. Linda, age 78, dreamed of visiting Italy, but a poorly lit alley and a small misstep ended with her in the hospital with a broken hip. She missed the rest of her trip and spent months in recovery. Heartbreaking, right? Travel can be unpredictable, so wear supportive shoes. Use a cane or walking stick if you need one. Don't push yourself to walk more than you're comfortable with, and try to avoid places that aren't senior-friendly or accessible. Fifth, the financial risks might surprise you. This is the one many seniors don't see coming, and it's a big one. Travel can cost more than you plan, especially if something goes wrong. Many seniors think their health insurance will cover them anywhere, but that's often not true overseas. Emergency care, surgery, even medications could come with huge out-of-pocket costs. Then there are cancellations. You might plan a trip 6 months ahead, but if your health changes and you have to cancel, will you get your money back? And don't forget scams. Sadly, some places target seniors with fake taxi services, inflated prices, or even phony vacation deals. Just ask George, 76. He booked what looked like a great island getaway, but the hotel didn't exist. He had to scramble for new accommodations, paying double what he'd budgeted. The stress followed him home. So, how do you protect yourself? Make sure your insurance is valid abroad. Buy travel insurance with cancellation and medical coverage. Only book through trusted websites. And avoid carrying large amounts of cash or giving financial details to strangers. Should you still travel after 70? Here's the truth. I'm not saying don't travel, I'm saying travel smart. After 70, the way we travel has to change. That doesn't mean giving up on adventure. It just means being wise about how you approach it. Instead of long-haul flights and crowded tours, try local getaways, gentle cruises, or short stays in relaxing places. Think comfort, think accessibility, think safety. At this stage in life, it's about quality, not quantity. A peaceful trip that keeps you safe and healthy is worth far more than a jam-packed tour that leaves you exhausted and vulnerable. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you traveled after 70? What's one thing you wish you'd known before you left? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read everyone, and your experiences can help others too. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who's planning a trip soon. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell. We've got more helpful tips coming your way every week. Stay healthy, stay wise, and as always, take good care of yourself. See you in the next video.